When my grandson was choking, he was going blue and he couldn't breathe.
We had no idea what we were doing, and it was just a really, really, really scary situation.
It's a matter of life and death, a fact Translink bus driver Debbie Smith knows all too well. She saved the life of 6-year-old Abby Van Schie.
I was choking.
After driver Debbie realised what was going on, she stopped the bus, grabbed Abby and performed a Heimlich manoeuvre she'd been taught in first aid many years ago.
Even though I'd never practiced it before, it worked.
And then the bus driver just saved my life.
Anybody can choke.
When it comes to choking, Faye Gledhill from St John Ambulance says it can happen for a number of reasons.
Adults, we love to talk and eat at the same time. It's very easy to choke. Our elderly folk, their coughing and swallowing reflex may not be as good, so they may have a problem there.
Then there are our infants, popping nearly anything into their mouths if mum or dad's not on the alert.
So Faye, what are among some of the biggest choking hazards out there?
Anything that is not designed to go into your airway.
Fair enough.
Food, even food.
Like peanuts and boiled
Peanuts,
lollies?
boiled lollies, buttons, coins, tops of pens.
As for little Abby, she choked on a coin, and if it wasn't for Debbie, could have paid the ultimate price.
But despite its apparent effectiveness, the Heimlich manoeuvre Debbie used is no longer practised in Australia. So what should we do instead? Well, today we're going to find out.
At St John, they teach the back blow and chest thrust method as part of their first aid course.
So Nadine's choking on a piece of food, she's talking and eating and she suddenly gets something jammed in her airway, so I need to lean Nadine fairly forward.
Faye says your next step is to call for help, even if it's not eventually needed, and remain calm, reassuring your victim. They may be able to dislodge the choking item themselves through coughing, but if not,
we need to place our hand between the shoulder blades. We need to deliver 5 sharp blows.
Faye says after each blow, check to see if the object has dislodged.
Having done this 5 times, nothing's been successful. We are now adopting the chest thrust position, putting our hands in the lower half of the rib cage, leaning them forward again, putting our hand on their backs to support them, and then we are delivering 5 short, sharp thrusts.
If your casualty falls unconscious and the ambulance hasn't arrived, it's important to roll them onto their side. Try and clear out their mouth with your fingers and commence CPR. That's 30 compressions to 2 breaths 5 times.
And if they recover, start to breathe, put them back on their side.
As for a baby, try and scoop out the obstruction with your fingers first. If you can't, rotate the infant onto your forearm and commence the back blow routine.
But support Bubby's head and deliver fairly firm, not to the point where you're going to flatten the baby, but certainly fairly firm back blows to try and relieve the object.
If they don't recover, then start CPR using your fingers, not your whole hand.
So they're very important skills to have.
Back to bus driver Debbie and her quick thinking, and Abby's family can't thank her enough for saving their little girl.
If it wasn't for Debbie, we wouldn't be smiling, our life would be so different, and what that could mean for my family, we can never thank you enough.